guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming on to give you a little quick part progress flip through of my glue book / trash journal, because I've shared this on my Instagram and quite a few people were interested in it, so I thought I'd come over and share it on my YouTube channel because I'm seeing loads of glue books and things like that, collage books on YouTube. So what this is I collected junk for less than a week, and this is how much I've got in here. I've had to stop because by the time I then start adding all the collage pieces, I thought that it would get too full. Now I haven't done the covers yet. The cover's made out of, you know, that inside piece that you get from a chocolate box. So that's the middle bit that's all crinkly. And I'm going to sort of do a collage on here and stitch on it so that it's quite dimensional. That'd be lovely to stitch on. But I want to get a feel for how the journal comes out before I do the cover first of all. So I just wanted to give you a quick flip through, just to give you some ideas of how to make a glue book, what you can turn it into, and just share inspiration really, because this is the first glue book that I've done and I absolutely love it. So I'll show you, it's only part done, you'll see as we're flipping through, so I'll then come on and share updates as well. Very sort of real life, you know. I've got my boho journal on the go there that I'm trying to do as well, but I wanted to give you a quick flip through. So this is a jelly print that I did. I'm sort of leaving that at the moment because I really like that. I'm not sure, I'm waiting for the right image. Okay, so that's one collage piece that I did, and it's just napkins, book pages, images out of magazines, and then text. And what I have found that I really like is adding the distress inks around the edge. I think that really gives a nice accent to it. So you can see that it's just junk. I went to a craft show and I got so many flyers, business cards and all that type of thing. I have reinforced all of the holes as I was hole punching them in. So this one here, this was one of the first pages that I did, so you can see the protectors, but on the other pages you can't because they'll be underneath the collages, if that makes any sense. And I just really love this image. So this page developed from this image. So I just flick through magazines, which I'll show you here. I just flick through, find what I like, and then find some other coordinating bits. This is, so the text that you can see here and there is the back of just a council tax leaflet that came through the door. Covered it with just yellow tissue and added some napkins, some magazine images, and then the main image here. And like I said, I've distressed around the edges. So this was from, I think it's So Carol on she does a pop-up shop on Facebook, and this is what she sent me a bits in, and still there's stuff that I need to collage. So I've added a little cat there, cat mad. Again, another jelly print that I've done, and it's open. I've done a collage there on the back. This was a jelly print that I did. It was like a transfer from a magazine, and I've just done some journaling around the top. So it is kind of like a mixed media, art journal, glue book, trash book. I don't know, I'm just making it up as I go along. So here's another one that I did. I did this one most recently. So all magazine images and napkins. Another jelly print just on the back of some rubbish. And I've tried to do fold outs and things like that because you know that I love that type of thing. From a magazine. This was an article on the abortion in Ireland, abortion laws in Ireland. Obviously loads of Easter images floating around. Tried to do this one a purple page, so I'm just collecting purple at the moment. This was the first one that I ever actually did, and I'm not sure if I actually like it, but I think I am going to leave it in there. This one I'm going to do some collaging over, and I'll put something underneath the window, I think. So you can see this was all just junk that that came through the door. I like that. I think I'll leave the front as it is and just do a little bit of collage over it, but not totally cover. Again, I liked that. That was just some packaging. Some, I think that was just where I was cleaning my brayer off. So I did a little flip there. This is an envelope. Oh, still open at the side. Need to stick it at the side. Bills. Anything that's junk, just stick it in here. Quite like that one. And then just magazine pages, so that's a lovely background. That'll be really nice just to collage over. Some cereal packaging, stick that in as well. And then just some messing around with stencils. And there, that's it. So that's the whole journal, and it's just held, I think they're 2 or 3 inch rings. Yeah, so there's the journal. Now, let me show you what I use. Now, I'm very lucky in that downstairs where I work in the reception area, there's a magazine rack, and companies just give magazines. So I don't spend money on these magazines, but, you know, if you buy magazines, your kids buy magazines, your mum or anything like that, quite good. So this is quite like a high-end fashion magazine. I don't actually find fashion magazines are that good, but what I do is when I'm sitting at my desk, not doing my work, hope nobody's watching, you know, I just fold over the corners because I think those are quite nice images that I want to save. Things like that. So that swing would be nice, just for some collage, and I literally just fold over the pages so that when I come back to it, you know, if this is a magazine that you actually read or want to read, as you're reading it, just fold over the pages, because otherwise you're going to be flicking forever. So I think I saved that one for that one. But there's loads of vintage images here. You do find in these magazines sometimes there's vintage images. But what I do also find is advertisements are really good, because they generally have lots of really good illustrations. So those and those people and the pigs would be good. He'd be good, and you can collage him over holding something else. Another pig there. So, oh look, I've got 2 of them. And what I also found is this is from a pet shop, and there's loads of illustrations in here as well. Oh, there's a cat holding a baby. So if you're a real pet person, or you're in any type of loyalty clubs, magazines are really good. Look, that's a lovely little collage. So there's lovely images. There's a bird one. I showed my partner this bird image, and he was just like, yeah. But I know you guys. Look at all that. Look at all those lovely bird illustrations. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera ever so slightly. I do get things like Reader's Digest. Again, there's usually good words and stuff. Is what I've dog-eared that for. Sometimes, again, I get Cosmo from work. There are some quite funky new illustrations in there. Some of your weeklies or bi-weekly magazines, these will have loads of vintage images in there and stuff like this. So this is a catalogue from a store, and let me just show you. So you can get free images anywhere. So stuff like this, those are lovely images. Lovely bird there. This page I really liked. So I really want to use the pig, cover the plants up and put something else spewing out of the pig. Lovely ornaments and stuff. So there's loads and loads that you can use. Any free magazines, I think this came out in somebody who was handing it out in the street. And again, there's loads of images in here. So this is all I do, is I just get magazines and, you know, see, even those strawberries, chocolates, lovely. And also, don't overlook your men's magazines. I actually overlooked this one. This was one that I picked up free from work for my partner, but the images in here are actually really good. Now, forget the cars. I'm not interested in cars, but look at that. You cut out all of those umbrellas, or it's at least a good background. People on bikes and lots of roads and sceneries. So look at that. I saw one. Yeah, look. So that's good. And they're generally quite bright because, you know, men, they go off images and stuff. I guess the same could be said for women as well. See, lovely. This one's got some vintagey cars in, I think. So nice cars. Yep. So don't overlook stuff like that. But here is my big bump of magazines. I also just mentioned this. This was actually in a supermarket. You know, sometimes it might just be my supermarket because it's in the city centre. Sorry, the camera's shaking. But it has like a tourist guide where it's got all of the tourist information and stuff like that. And this is actually a Chinese magazine. Now, whereas the images aren't that great, it's got all of this lovely Chinese text. So that's good for just using on the back of the collages. So that's quite good. And all I do is, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I sat down and I just cut out loads of images, and I've now put them in this little storage folder. So it's just a display book, I think it was from Poundland. So I've just categorised them into people, animals, flowers. Sometimes with the flowers I don't cut them out neatly because I'm not sure how I want to use it. And then I actually just saved backgrounds. So this is quite a good idea because sometimes you might just want something like that that's really nice just to fill the background. So nice little background pieces, letters, sayings. You find a lot of these words just floating around, especially in interior type magazines. Objects, so lots of clocks, handbags, plant stands, stuff like that. Sorry, buildings, but those are both illustrations. And then I think I started this one for vintage, but as you can see there's not a lot in there. And then all I'll do is I'll sit down with these. Some are my scrap papers, so I just keep my scrap papers to hand. You've all seen my little bit of scraps. I keep these to hand, and anything else. Sometimes, you know, any jelly prints that I've done, I'll have these just to hand as well. You could put that, add extra pages, cut bits up, do whatever you want out of what you've got to hand. Napkins, pages, magazines, you know, you don't have to spend a great deal, even if it's just from free magazines from the supermarket and stuff like that. They're all at the checkout, aren't they? And sometimes those are best because they have lots of illustrations in. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed this. Let me show you my book again. I love it. It's mindless, really. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. You can just go and just put your creativity on a page. So I really hope you guys get involved with these glue books. It is really good fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.